Good evening, Tatiana. Welcome to class.
Good evening, teacher.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. And what about you? How did you do it yesterday?
Oh, how did I do yesterday? Oh, it was great. We had lunch with coworkers.
Mhm.
So we had some pizza. I got to meet new teachers in the academy. So it was really good. And we also got a new t-shirt from the academy. That was nice. It was a nice gift. And then I went to have some coffee with some other teachers. We had a great time yesterday.
Awesome.
Thank you. All right. So I guess we can get started. And let's hope that somebody else joins the class as well. Let's see.
Yeah, I have to.
All right. So we're going to work on an activity. Okay. As we wait for the rest. Okay. So I'm going to give you a task. Can you help me read the instruction above? What does it say there?
Sure. Name something you do not learn in school.
Exactly. Okay. So in this case, we are looking for five things that people do not learn in school. Okay. So these are things that you learn, they are important in life, but you never get to learn them in school while being in school. So what do you think those things are? Do you have any ideas?
Mm, Probably, I think, uh, like how to manage money, finance.
Finances, right?
Yes.
Exactly. I would say it's true as well. But sadly, that answer is not included in the options. I'm going to give you another tip. These are answers that most people who were interviewed answered. So these are some of the most common things people said. Finances is definitely one of those things that they don't teach you in school, but for the game purposes, we are looking for other options. So let's see. Can you think of anything else?
Mm, I don't know because
Time.
it's
Mhm.
bigger. We have like a lot of options, so I don't know. I'm not sure honestly.
All right. So it's okay. Yeah, I understand. So let's just give it a try. Just throw options randomly. Let's see if we can get any of the options that we have over here. If we can match them.
Okay. Uh, Probably I think also maybe something related with to know about your skills, that kind of stuff, like what are your, I don't know, good skill and weakness.
Exactly. To know yourself very
Yeah.
well. Okay, very good. I agree with you, but let me give you a tip. Let me give you a tip so that we can start thinking of smaller options. Um, these are things you don't learn in school, but you learn at home. All right, I'm gonna give you a clue. You learn these things at home. So what would you say? What things do you learn at home that you don't learn in school?
Um, Probably empathy, to have empathy with uh others.
Good, very good. What else do you learn at home besides empathy?
uh Related with the house, I don't know, cook probably.
Oh, can you repeat the word one more time?
uh to cook.
To cook. Okay, and if you say to cook, In what category does that activity enter? If you had to choose a category, what would be the name of that category?
Uh, like cooking, I don't know.
What other what other
Uh,
activities, house activities do you know? So we have cooking. What else?
um, cleaning,
Okay.
house stuff, I don't know.
All right. So exactly. So cleaning, cooking, sweeping, mopping, all those activities are part of what category?
Mhm. Uh, I don't know. I don't
Uh,
know what's the name of the
All right.
category.
No problem. So you gave me the information. I'm gonna give you the category. So that one
House
is called, yeah, can you read it for me?
house chores.
There
I
you
know
go.
about house stuff, but no.
Right. I know you know it. It's it's just that we have so many options to think of right now that like the category is too broad. So let's see. Fabrizio, welcome to class. So we have started tonight's session by naming something you do not learn in school. So we're just giving it a try to see if we can get the right answers in these 5 boxes over here. So we just found the first one, that is house chores. What do you think is another option or something else that we are not taught in school?
Finance.
Oh yeah, that's something that Tiana said previously, and I agree with her. It's true. That's very important. But sadly, it's not part of any of these categories. So can we try with something else?
Yeah, we can try perhaps with. Well, there's a lot of things that we do not learn in at
Exactly.
school. Um, I don't know. Perhaps something like.
Driving.
Well,
Driving.
driving in here.
Exactly. We don't learn that in school. Let's see. So let's stick to things you learn at home, for example. What other things do you learn at home besides house chores? What else? What things do your parents teach you, for example?
Well, values or
Uh-huh. Or
way
values or uh-huh.
uh, more. I don't know what else could it be
Morals.
that.
Very good. Values, morals, and what do you call what do you call it when you know how to behave, for example, in front of people? What do you call that?
Etiquette,
Very good. Do you know another synonym for that?
um, behavior. Um, no, I did not.
What do you
I
say?
did
It's
not.
okay. So we're just trying to remember vocabulary. What do you
Yeah.
say when somebody sneezes? So when somebody goes,
A courtesy. Courtesy.
courtesy. Okay, very good. What do you say when somebody sneezes? What's your reply?
Bless you.
Bless you, right?
Bless
Okay,
you.
exactly. And what do you do when you want to blow your nose? Is it okay to blow your nose in public?
Uh, it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't, right? But we do it in this country. We do it. Okay, so no, knowing where to blow your nose, saying bless you after somebody sneezes,
Like
knowing how to behave. What is that?
social norms, common courtesy, ways of behaving.
We
I
know
know
the
that
All right,
that
that's fine. Well, I would say we know the info, so let's just try to remember the category. That's
manners.
there
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go.
Good manners. Yeah.
Very good, very good. Let's see. Okay. Um, what else are we not taught in school? Well, I'm gonna give you a clue. In the past, maybe when we were children and we went to school, the three of us, They used to teach this in school, and they still do in some schools.
Typing.
Okay, typing. All right, we're getting there. Um,
Um,
Mechanograph. I don't know.
calligraphy.
Yes.
Calligraphy.
Uh,
Yeah.
I think we're still taught about that. Let's give it a try. It's something that it's a very touchy topic. Like,
Oh.
Yeah.
uh-huh. What is it?
When you say touchy, I thought just like sexual education things like
Oh,
are
could
like
be.
taboo with
Well, that is a very touchy topic, definitely. Do you know it? Can you think of any other?
religion.
There you go. We got it. Very good. So that's religion. Very good. All right. Now, let's see. I'm gonna give you the answers to the other two because the question is too broad. So we're just gonna go ahead and open
Okay.
up. The second one is parenting. What do you think? Should
Yeah.
parenting be taught in school, or is it something that you cannot teach? What do you think?
What is parenting? I mean, it's related with
How to
parents.
raise children.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
Well,
Hmm.
I believe that it should be taught, but perhaps it's one of those topics that is really, really hard to teach because, well, as we thought about, perhaps moral manners,
Hmm.
sexual education, how to behave in different situations. They're very touching themes because you you wouldn't like if someone else tell you how to do certain things, but
Exactly.
at the same time, there are certain things that we are asking the government or the education to the ministry to teach children. But I as a parent, I would say like, but shouldn't that be taught at home? But there are some people that perhaps are not behaving as good as they should, so
Exactly.
they should do. It's
So
very,
maybe
very.
maybe we could get a little help by teaching some information about parenting. Like they're not gonna teach us everything because this is something that you learn on the job, let's say. But um, like general information would work a little, right? Because like you said, some people do not behave properly, and how are they going to teach that to their children, right? Right. Very good. Now, number five was common sense. What is common sense? Can you tell me what that is in your own words, people?
The least common sense.
Mm, what is it?
Well, it's a joke that they say that common sense is the less common sense, but it usually refers, as far as I understood it, about things like you should know because they are just a matter of logic,
Mm-hmm.
like it's common sense how to drive a car, they say, but it is not. Or how to behave or act in certain situations, it should be common sense, they say, but it is not. Everything is a construction.
Exactly. So common sense is the ability to think and behave in a responsible way and to make good decisions, basically. So you make good decisions based on common sense because you know what is good and what is bad, and you know those things, and you've known those things for a long time. So would you give me an example of some things that are common sense to you? For example, what is common sense to you? And this question is for all of you, for Fabrizio, for Tatiana, and for Heidi. What are some things that you think are common sense?
take care of animals.
Exactly right. Taking care. One more time. Taking care.
Taking care of
Exactly.
animals.
Very good. Exactly. Respecting those lives as well.
Mhm.
What else do you think is common sense to you?
How to use an app or a smartphone at
Yeah,
this
right.
point.
At this point of life, right? Okay, very good. I agree as well. What about you, Heidi? What is common sense to
Um,
you?
for me, well, I agree with you, but I think that common sense is like think in a logical way.
Mhm.
So, for example, if you are going out and you see that the sky is cloudy,
Exactly. Uh-huh.
you need to carry an umbrella, and
Exactly.
that's common sense.
Very good. So great. So thinking in advance could be common sense or being logical, basically, like what you said before. All right. Repeat with me one more time. Cloudy. Cloudy.
Cloudy,
There you
cloudy.
go. Very good. So yeah, it's an ability that we develop based on some life situations that we go experimenting since we are children, little children. Very good. All right. So thank you for participating. Let's move on to our next activity. All right. Let me share my screen. Okay. So today we are going to start our session. I'm going to tell you what the last topic of this week is, but we will just check tonight's phrasal verb. Okay. So the phrasal verb of the day is, let's see. Tatiana, can you help us read the example right here?
Sure.
Thank you. Mhm.
We ran out of food. I'm going to the shop for some. I can see the last
Oh,
word in.
it's incomplete. Don't
Oh.
worry. I'm going to type an ellipsis here. Okay, very good. So thank you. So we're going to connect these sounds and we're gonna say run out of food. One more time. Can you give me a hand, Tatiana? Run out of
Run
food.
out of food. Run out of food.
Very good. Okay, so run out of. I'm pretty sure that you have heard this before. What's the meaning of run out of something? Can you guys tell me? And it's okay if you haven't heard about this before. It's totally fine. So by looking at the picture, what could be the meaning for this phrasal verb?
Probably something that is uh I don't know, empty. Well, not empty, but uh I don't know. I'm
Take your
just
time.
thinking
Sure,
about synonym.
take your time. You're totally fine. You have the idea. So take your time to think of a synonym. You said something that is, what options do you have? We're looking for a description. You see? So think of what the fridge is missing. What is the fridge missing?
Food.
All right, very good. So when there is no food, how could you describe that situation? For example, how would you say that?
That something is missing.
Okay, when something is missing, we're getting there. Think of an exam, for example. Let's say that I gave you 30 minutes for the exam and the 30 minutes have just gone by. We don't have more time anymore. So in order to describe time at this point, we will say time is
Up.
time is up. Very good. What else could we say? We don't have any of that anymore. So we say time is
And
Over.
Over. Very good. Very good. Okay.
Oh.
Exactly. So time is over. Time's up is great as well. So when something is over, very good. Okay. Something is over and we need more of that material. So it can be anything. Now let's see. I'm going to ask Tatiana to help us read the second example and the definition first.
Second example, uh, the one that I'm worried or I can make.
Oh, just help me read. Can you see the second picture?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
I'm worried we're going to run out of food. How we got enough?
Very good. What is the first example? In the same picture.
Sorry, I didn't catch.
It's okay. What is the first example in the first picture? Can you help me read it? It's this one right here.
Okay. I can make a cup of tea. We have run out of milk.
Very good. One more time. We've run out of. We've run out of.
We've run out of milk.
Very good. Okay. Heidi, can you help me read the description over here?
Sure. To use all of something so nothing is left.
Very good. So that is the definition of run out of something. That something is over. There isn't any left. So we need to buy more or we just need to get more. You see, more of that. So by looking at the examples, we are moving on to the next part where we can give our very own examples. Okay, for example, in this picture, in the last picture, picture number 3, this person has, you see this person has run out of what?
Cash.
Money.
Exactly, very good. All right, very good. Oh, so he needs more. He has nothing left. So in this case, the person has run out of money. A noun. We have a noun here. The noun is money. Okay, so we can, once again, we can run out of anything. So for example, anything that we can replenish or get more of. So for example, what other things can we run out of? What do you think? What things do you run out of at work, for example? Do you run out of material, for example?
Of coffee sometimes.
All right, very good. We can definitely run out of it. Okay, so there you go. What other things can we run out of?
We are run out of Microsoft licenses.
Okay, Microsoft. So we're
Microsoft
License.
Office.
Oh,
Office.
yeah, Office licenses. Repeat with me. Microsoft Office licenses.
Licenses. Microsoft Office licenses.
Very good. Okay, very good.
Can
Now,
we use
Uh-huh.
run out with something that you can like touch, like patient, for example?
yes, definitely. Very good. So yeah, we can run out of material things that we can buy again or that we can get or ask for again. And we can run out of things that are not material that we just need more of that. So yeah, we can run out of patience. What else? Do you sometimes run out of time at work?
Yeah, usually run out of time. I was thinking we also can run out of uh, work to do. Even that
Oh,
could
really?
be,
You need more to do.
well, not precisely, but there is some time that it's I finish almost. So I ran a task,
Task,
perhaps.
right?
Ran out of task.
So
Yeah.
you need more, but it's not like you are
Not
you
that I'm desiring.
exactly that you wish for them, right? Okay, very good. Anything else? At home, for example, think of the pandemic. Do you remember the pandemic? 2019, 2020, and even 2021. Do you remember those days?
That we all ran out of toilet paper.
Exactly. Toilet paper, very good. Anything else that we cannot touch, for example, something similar to patience? What else could we run out of?
I don't remember how can say presencial, but at classes, in pandemic, we don't have classes in the
Oh,
classroom, but we have online. So yeah,
can you read it for me?
face-to-face classes.
Oh, sure. Good example. Very good. Okay. Now, after thinking of some choices, we are going to give our very own examples. Okay. So remember that run is the verb. Run out of. Okay. So this form we can use in the present, in the future, in the past. For example, if I talk about the present, I say, see, let's do it in capital letters. Let's see. Okay, this is my example. I hate it when I run out of food. When I cook something, I go to the fridge and I notice that there is no food left anymore and I have to go to the supermarket. No. Can you give me examples using the verb run out of in different situations? We can use the examples that we have thought of over here. You see, patience, time, licenses, toilet paper, face-to-face classes, coffee, you see? And we can also use different tenses. We can give examples in the past, in the present progressive, like something is happening now. I am running out of what? In the present perfect. I have run out of something. Can you give me your very own example using run out of?
I tend to run out of patience usually about Wednesday.
Oh my. Run out of patience. And why is that?
I don't know. I believe that more it's the longest day of the week for me because it's
Oh,
just halfway there, and I got a very long meeting, almost all morning with the rest of my team. So it's kind of like I finished that meeting, I got to get to another meeting, and then I get to eat, and then I got another meeting. So it's a very tired day for me. So on the second meeting,
I
I'm like
get it. It's very stressful. I I
exhausted.
understand now.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for sharing. Let's see.
My
Tatiana and Heidi. Yeah. Mhm.
my classmate and I ran out face-to-face classes in 2020 because of the pandemic.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Great. Okay. So there were no more classes because they were suspended. All right. Heidi, what example do you have?
Um, when a project is over, sometimes we have a run out work tasks.
All right. So we can say sometimes We have run out of tasks, you said, right? Tasks,
Yes.
exactly, when a project is over. Very good. Okay, now I would think of run out of as something that you need to get again. Think of, for example, pages. Pages. Okay. So when you have used all the pages in your notebook, you need to get a new notebook, whether you buy it or somebody else gives it to you. Um, Patience again, for example, you don't have any more patience for the day, so you need to go to bed to reload, and the next day you will be ready for more work because you will have more patience to face other people. So, for example, let's see, Tatiana, can you give me an example using the word coffee?
Yes. The office ran out of coffee yesterday,
Very good.
but tomorrow we will have. Hopefully.
I hope you do. If this is real, if you're going through this, I hope they do. All right, very good. Okay, so run out of, we can use in different tenses, and it means that there is nothing left and that you need more. Okay, more of that. Very good. Now, we're moving to the next task. And tonight, we are finally talking about closing a call properly. Okay, so in order to talk about this, I need you to help me remember some information that we learned in 3 classes ago. Let's talk about complaints. What is the complaint I have over here? Can you tell me? What is the condition of my product? Do you remember?
Dented.
Great, very good. This one is dented. Okay, so Fabrizio, can you make a complaint describing the product that I have right here? Like I am taking your fault and you're just complaining straightforward with me. What can you say?
Yeah, I was expecting a 12 pack of cans of soup, and all of them are dented. Can you
Great,
please
very
return my money?
exactly. Very good. Okay, so all your cans of soup are dented. Great. Okay. What is the next problem here? What is the condition of this cup here? Can you tell me what happened to it? Look,
Is broke.
very good. But there is a specific word to describe the situation here because it's not totally broken. So it's just a small part. Do you remember the word to describe the situation? Let me give you a hint. We're going to say it's chipped. You see, it's chipped. All right. Now, can you give me an example complaining about this chipped cup of tea? What can we say?
I bought I don't know 5
Mhm,
cup of cups.
mhm.
I bought 5 cups last week, and they were cheap.
Very
Uh,
good. Uh-huh.
could you please could I please have a refund?
Great. Very good. Thank you. All right. What is the problem with these glasses? Can you tell me? Let's change the.
There. It's
Uh-huh.
scratched.
Very good. All right. So we're gonna say they're scratched. Repeat with me.
Scratch.
Scratched. Very good.
Scratch.
Okay. Can you give me an example complaining about these glasses?
Sure. I got my order today, but my glasses were scratched. I don't know if you can replace the order.
Thank you. Very good. Very good example. Okay. So this one, this is an explosive sound. Do you remember? Ch. You see? Ch. So we need to say scratched. One more time.
Scratch.
Scratched. Very good.
Scratch.
Very good. And great example. Okay. Then, sorry. Okay. Then, what is the condition of this carpet? What happened to it?
It's stained.
Exactly. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now, what complaint can we make about the stained carpet? Maybe somebody provided you with a service, and you are not satisfied because your carpet was left in this condition. What could you say in order to complain about it?
Well, I ordered a carpet and I received it with a stain on it.
Okay, very good. All right, all right, very good. You said a stain on it. Very good. Okay, very good. Exactly. So in this case, the word stain would be a noun, right? Different than when we say stained, which is an adjective. See? Okay. If we wanted to describe nouns for all the other adjectives that we have over here, then we would say, what would be the noun for dented? What do you think? We would say, huh? You see, it's similar to this one. You see, stained, a stain. Dented, a
Dent.
dent. Very good. This one is chipped. What would be the noun here? A
Chip.
a chip. Very good. And then this one is scratched. And I can also say a
Scratch.
scratch. Very good. Very good job. All right. Great. Now, we remember complaints. Okay. So now let's talk about 2 tips on how we can close a call properly. Okay, we're not going to talk about many things, just 2. So these 2 tips say the following. Okay. So the first thing we must do, Fabrizio, what is it? Can you help us read? We must.
It's recap the call.
All right.
This is a summary of the significant things you've done in the call.
Exactly. So when you want to, after you have dealt with the customer's complaints, let's say, okay, after you have been able to help your customer, you need to remind the customer about everything you have done during the call. You want the customer to remember how you helped him or her. Okay. So what is an example on how to do it? Heidi, can you help us read?
Sure. For example, Mr. Smith, I have already processed your fee refund and it will be available to your account in 3 business days.
Okay, very good, people. All right, so what am I telling Mr. Smith that I did? Can you read that very part? Where am I telling Mr. Smith about what I did? In what phrase? I'm going to repeat the question. In what phrase am I telling Mr. Smith about what I did? In what line?
In the first line, I have already processed your fee refund.
Very good. Repeat with me. I have already processed.
I have already processed.
Very good. Exactly. Okay, so in this part, I'm telling Mr. Smith what I did in the call. This is how I helped him. Now, I am also telling Mr. Smith what is going to happen next. Okay. Where am I telling Mr. Smith about what's going to happen next?
It will be available to your
Mhm.
account in 3 business days.
Exactly. So I'm also telling Mr. Smith that he needs to be aware of the fact that he will have to wait a little in order for his request to be completed. So I am telling him what I did and what to expect after my resolution. Let's see. So tip number 2, Tatiana, can you help us read about tip number 2?
A strong closing statement to end the call with impact.
Very good. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that um, we know that the most common phrases to use are, for example, what phrases have you heard or have you used in order to end the call? Or what do you know? What have you heard from friends or different life situations? What are some phrases that people who work at customer service use in order to end the call?
Probably thanks for your question or your attention. Talk with you later.
Very good.
But it's not like very formal.
It's okay. It's okay. Those are definitely some options to use when closing a call. But what we're looking for is to create impact. You see, how do we create impact? Okay, so we can use any of these phrases. For example, Tatiana, can you help us read?
Sure. Ending the call with impact. Have I addressed all your concerns today?
Very good. Right. Have you ever used this verb addressed? Have you ever used this verb before? Any of you?
Yeah,
What
today
would
actually.
Okay, very good, Fabrizio. What would be the meaning of addressed?
Like to
Cover.
cover, yeah.
Very good, very good. Okay, yeah. So have I done what I needed in order to solve your doubts or to complete your request? Have I basically, have I dealt with, you see, have I done what you needed? Exactly, very good. This is a question we can ask to verify if the customer is satisfied with what we have done during the call. Then we have another phrase. Tatiana, can you help us read one more time?
Sure. Have I answered all your questions today?
All right, very good. We're going to repeat this word one more time. And we're going to say, have I answered? Have I answered?
Have I answered?
Very good. Okay, very good. So I am asking for the customer to say yes or no in case I need to do something else before I close the call. All right, now let's say the customer, okay, the customer answers yes. Yes, you have. Okay, the customer is happy with what you did. All right, so what can we say in order to finally close the call, Tatiana? Can you help us read the last phrase?
That's good to know. Thank you for calling us again. You have a wonderful day.
Very good. One more time. Thank you for calling once again. Once again.
Thank you for calling once again.
Very good. Okay, so this is the final phrase I will say, and I will let the customer go. But sometimes customers are not happy with. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we continue with that part. Okay, so how do we use this information in an example? All right. So Heidi, you are going to be the specialist, and Tatiana, you are going to be the customer. Okay. 3, 2, 1, action.
I have already processed your flight booking. Mr. Smith, a confirmation email will be sent to you as well. Have I addressed all your concerns today?
Tatiana?
Yeah, sorry. Yes, you did.
I'm so glad I'm so glad I did. Thanks for calling ABC Company and have a nice day.
Very good. So this is in the ideal situation where you were able to satisfy the customer. The customer got what he wanted. But sometimes that is not possible due to the policies of your workplace. There are some restrictions that don't allow you to do what the customers want. So if the customer is not satisfied, we can say, for example, Fabrizio, can you help us read?
Due to account limitation, I'm really sorry. I'm unable to complete your request today. Have I answered your question too? Tal, sorry.
It's okay, thank you. All right, so due to account limitation. So with this phrase, I'm telling the customer, it's not my choice, but there are some rules I need to follow. There are some policies that do not let me do what you desire. Have you ever used heard, or do you use any phrase at work that lets the customer know that you cannot do what they want? Or what would you say? Can you think of an option to tell the customer there are some restrictions, I cannot do that for you?
Due to internal policies, I'm not
Very
able to do that.
Very good, very good. You said I'm not able or I'm unable. Can you repeat that, please?
I'm not able.
Thank you. Not able to do that. Very good. Okay. Very good. All right. Good. So you leave it clear. You leave it clear. And then you move on to the question where you give the customer the chance to answer or to let you know one more time if they have other questions different or other than what you previously explained you cannot do. You see? Ah, okay, I cannot do that for you. You say it in a very professional way. But then you say, have I answered all your questions? And then you proceed to ending the call. So let's look at how we can apply this information into a call. So we're going to have Tatiana, you are going to be the specialist, and Fabrizio, you're going to be the customer.
Due to account limitations, I'm really sorry. I'm unable to complete your flight booking request today. I have answered all your questions though.
Yeah, I guess there's nothing I can do for now.
Thank you so much for your patience and understanding, Mr. Smith, Ms. Smith. I wish you a great day ahead.
Very good. Okay, so you see, so the customer is not satisfied. You see, he is saying, he or she is saying, oh, she, right? Because it's Miss Smith. Okay, so Miss Smith is saying, okay, I didn't get what I wanted because there's no other thing that could be possibly done. So I just need to bear the situation. I need to tolerate it, even though I don't like it. Okay, very good. Now, repeat with me. Have I answered? One more time. Have I answered?
Have I answered?
Exactly. So we're going to connect this one. Have I answered all? Have I answered all your questions though? One more time, please.
Have I answered all your questions? Sorry. Have I answered all your questions though?
Very good. Okay. And then we're just going to work on, okay, this one, patience. Thank you so much for your patience.
Thank you so much for your patience.
Very good. Very good. Okay. So you see, so the customer told me, okay, I'm not totally happy with the solution, but it's okay. I will take it. So then you proceed to say, okay, thank you so much for being patient. Thank you so much for your patience. All right. I wish you a great day. because sometimes we don't have that much time to be discussing the same thing over and over. It is what it is. You have to follow the company's policies, and you don't want to keep going on the same thing. All right, so for time matters, we will not have a final role play because we need to stick to the hour class. But these are some expressions that we can use in order to close a call. And with this class, we finish the taking calls topics in Unit 1. Do you guys have any questions for me before we end the session?
Yes,
Tell me.
I would like to know if the customer is really like mad or angry,
Mhm.
and it seems like he doesn't understand reasons. How can we um, mm, answer answer him without well, with a respect,
Respectfully, without offending the
very
customer.
very respectful.
Very good. We're going to ask for Fabrizio's opinion. How do you deal with a customer that is very angry? Maybe your wife has told you what she has done. Can you share with us what she has done or what you have done?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of cases. Perhaps the worst of them was an angry customer that got very racist over the phone. You know,
Mhm.
like mocking her accent, mocking her country. You know, this country, and everything. So she was like, there was no option for her to to get angry at the customer because that's a no in the account.
Mhm.
So she just mute herself and breathe, like try to calm her down, and then ask, because you're not allowed to like break character into that. So you must remain polite and calm, and even though they are screaming at you, perhaps you just leave your earphones and just breathe and say, "Have I answered your questions? I'm really thankful that you called." And you do. There was other cases in which you could say like, give the customer three warnings. You know, like, "Sir, you're being disrespectful. I do not like the tone that you're using," and they start to insult you, and you can give another answer. You know.
Exactly. All right. Very good. Thank you, Fabrizio. So sometimes it would depend on the account on what things you can do, what things you can say. Um, because if it's possible for you to tell, sir, you're being disrespectful, or you can say once again, you see, let me remind you, let me remind you that I'm doing as much as I can, you see, in order to help you, you see. So you can remind the customer that you're doing everything that is possible for you, but the communication needs to keep being respectful. So um, I'm doing as much as I can in order to help you. Let's talk to each other respectfully. In some accounts, you can do it. Now, in some other accounts, you just have to hold it. Okay, and how can you face that situation? Well, you can tell the customer, you can show empathy. One more time, you understand the customer is angry, so you can say, I totally understand. Do you remember any of those phrases that we learned in class? I totally understand your frustration, for example, you see. But due to, and then if there is something you cannot do, due to company policies, I'm not able to do that, or to complete your request. You see, you can also say, in order, this is trying to make the person calm down, and so that we don't tell the customer directly to calm down, even though that's what we need him to do. We can also say, I understand your situation, you see? So this is showing empathy, trying to make the customer calm down. I understand your situation. And then we place ourselves in their shoes. I definitely feel the same way if I were you. You see? So you're telling, I understand. If that happened to me, I would have the same behavior. And I would be screaming as well. I would be doing exactly what you're doing. But we need to calm down, you see? So here, depending on the situation, here you can offer the solution. For example, I understand your frustration. I definitely feel the same way if I were you. Would you like me? Here we can offer something. Would you like me to go ahead and, you see, and process? For example, let's say that he's complaining about a product he received, and process a refund, or to give you store credit, for example. So here is where we offer some of the solutions that we have so that people can start calming down. So once again, it depends on the scenario, but basically you can use these phrases when the customer is angry. Is it helpful for you, Heidi?
Yes, thank you very much, Adriana.
All right, welcome. All right, so do we have any more questions regarding the topic before we go? No? Are we good?
Yes.
Good at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So thank you one more time for coming here. These classes are not possible if you don't come. If you haven't sent me your audios, I haven't checked any yet. So you haven't sent me your audios, you can still send them tomorrow morning. Okay, I understand you've been busy. So that's all for tonight. I will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.